Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name's Chase. Welcome to ChasePacks. In today's video, we are going to check out Pokemon's Prismatic Evolutions. This Friday, May 16th, the Super Premium Collection will drop at your wherever you buy Pokemon cards, Walmart, Target, your favorite online store, your local LGS. It'll go up for sale. It is a spectacular collector's item, a spectacular, in my opinion, and my best guess right now, it's going to be a spectacular investment. So especially if you can get it at close to MSRP or at MSRP, I think regardless, this box is going to do very well long term, and also it's just an awesome collector's piece. But with the announcement of this release, I thought it's been a while since we've touched on Prismatic Evolution. So let's look at some sealed product. Let's look at some cards, see how the cards are doing. If you haven't been paying attention as of recently to Pokemon and how the market's been, cards are somewhat on the downturn, depending on what set, obviously depending on what card. But for the most part, it seems like a lot of cards that got a lot of hype, for the past 4, 5, 6 months. They're starting to trend down. Sealed is staying pretty strong. Also, obviously, depending on what set you're looking at, right? You could argue that Journey Together is taking a downturn, and you can argue that for the most part, sets like, well, Prismatic is holding just fine. So let's take a look at it. First thing we brought up here, Prismatic Evolution Super Premium Collection. Obviously, we just talked about it. Market price on this is $265 on TCG Player. But I got on eBay, and I was expecting to see around the same prices on eBay as I'm seeing on TCG Player. But really, like, the lowest price I saw on eBay was like $280, and the prices were hovering. What it seemed like to me were $280 to $300 on eBay. Now that is buy it now or best offer, so you might be able to throw in a $260 offer and pick up and snag one or two. But there was no buy it nows that I saw that were under $280. So TCG Player might be the play here, unless you can, like I said, unless you can get a deal from somebody. So again, market price $265. It's on the 3-month chart. It's down 50%, and there was a significant amount that was sold over $500. But beginning of March here, there was 10 items sold at $522. Crazy expensive. Now, at some point, will this box be $522? Yes, it will be. But I don't know if I can do that right out of the gate right now. So like I said, 522 the beginning of March. There's 104 sold through May 10th through May 12th for $259. So that's probably more like it. Like, to be honest with you, I could see myself paying $250 for this box, and I wouldn't feel too bad about it, because you just know it's Prismatic. This box has 15 booster packs in it. It's an extremely collectible, extremely investable sealed product for Prismatic. One of the best sets of Scarlet and Violet era, and who knows? This could turn out to be the best set in Scarlet and Violet. I would not be surprised. Maybe 151. Prismatic, Destined Rivals is going to be up there too. This is easily going to be a top 3 set in Scarlet and Violet. So again, the price seems crazy, right? $265 market price, but if you're looking at this for an investment, I don't think that's an unreasonable price to pick it up at. Okay, another sealed product here. I just brought up the regular ETB, not the PC ETB. We'll get to that later. Market price $116. So on the 3-month chart, it's actually up about 1%. But on the 6-month chart, it's still up. Okay, yeah, okay, here we go. On the 1-month chart, it's down 12%. These were, like I said, these were hovering around 140 for a while. A bunch sold up there too. Dropped down to about 107. 130 of them sold at 107. So yeah, picking these up at 107 and even picking these up at 116 market price, I think is a fine deal for these. These are, anything sealed Prismatic is just going to be worth your money most of the time, as long as it's not too outrageous. Use your brain, right? But just the single booster packs here. Obviously, you don't get sleeved booster packs with these special sets, unfortunately. So market price $11.60 a pack. That is down. I think they were up to like $14 a pack at one time. On the 3-month chart, just the single booster pack's down. It's down 9% pretty much. Yeah, they're up here at the end of April for 1366. So maybe these will go down more. Obviously, Prismatic is going to be reprinted, right? We got a big dump of Elite Trainer boxes recently, and this set it's still new. So right, this product's gonna be printed. You're gonna be able to get your hands on more of this. I would imagine, I would be shocked if we didn't get a significant amount more of Prismatic on the shelves in the next 2 years. So next thing I brought up is the booster bundles. I love booster bundles. Something about booster bundles that's just straight to the point. It's just a box with 6 packs in it. I love it. I got 4 of these just because I like these, because you can buy them, you can keep them sealed, you can keep them for an investment, you can keep them just as a sealed collectible. And if you can get them at MSRP or close to MSRP, $30, or what are they, $26, $27 at MSRP. It's like you don't feel terrible ripping it, even if you don't get anything. It's like, okay, it's $26, and you can pick up 1, 2, 4 of these, and they don't take up any space hardly either. But they are down on the 3-month chart. They're down 24%. So yeah, they were, $96. 33 of them sold at $96. The middle of February, they dropped down to $70, and kind of around 80, high 70s, $80. Market price $70. So still an outrageous price for 6 packs, right? Still crazy though. All right, the PC ETB. I would say, the Prismatic PC ETB and the Super Premium Collection, that's probably, yeah, that has to be. That's your 2 top tier investments, right? Maybe you could say that just the regular ETB can compete with the Super Premium Collection, but I would say no, just because of the sheer amount of packs you get in the Super Premium Collection. But again, the PC ETB, market price $251 on the 3-month chart, it is down about 19%. Looks like we got a high here of like 356. 9 items sold out to the end of March. Dropped down quickly. Obviously, because if you guys didn't know, these did restock on the Pokemon Center. That was probably 2 to 2.5 weeks ago. I'm not sure exactly. So much stuff going on in the hobby anymore. It's hard to keep track of all this stuff. But so there was a drop, another wave of PC ETBs that hit the Pokemon Center. Unfortunately, I didn't get any. I don't have one Prismatic PC ETB, unfortunately, or ETB for that matter. But it is down $250. If you got $251 and you don't mind spending it, and you buy one of these, I wouldn't call that a terrible buy, to be honest. But okay, that's it for the sealed product. Let's get into some cards now. One of the most iconic cards of the era, hands down, no question. Right now, it is the most iconic card of the era. The Sumbreon, the Moonbreon. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think? Some people love to call it a Sumbreon. There's obvious reasons why people call it a Moonbreon, right? It's an Umbreon. But I like, when I call this, I call this the Sumbreon. The reason I call it a Sumbreon is because everybody knows what the Moonbreon is, right? That's the Scarlet, that's the Sword and Shield era Umbreon. It's the easy way to differentiate between the 2 cards. That's what I call it. But let me know in the comments, what do you guys call it? But really gorgeous card, iconic Pokemon. Market price $13.18. So on the 3-month charts, down 16%. So we had a high here in the end of February, about $1,600, and just steadily going down till, let's see, the last ones are sold May 8th through the 10th, $13.20. So right on par with the market price there. Obviously still a very expensive card, obviously, but you're saving yourself, $280 if you just waited a couple months. So gorgeous card, iconic card. The way it's trending, I think it's going to be the most iconic card of the Scarlet and Violet era, the way it's going now. But another gorgeous card. Obviously, we're going to go through all of the evolutions. That is the tone of Prismatic Evolutions, right? Evolving Skies 2.0, Evolution set. Everybody loves Evolutions. Most people love Evolutions. They go crazy, right? Leafeon. This card is actually up 15% on the 3-month chart, pretty much. So the middle of February here was like a $355 card, and then it just shot right back up at middle of April, $459. But now we're going back down. May 9th, one item sold, $409. So you're just going to see that with these cards, like especially with these evolutions. We'll get through them. Like you'll see like the less desired evolution. It'll start out low. These other cards will get really high. People will go, okay, that's too much money for that card. What other evolution, what other card, what other SIR from this set can I pick up that's not, $500 or $1,300, $1,500? So I think that's why you'll see a lot of these. That's why a lot of these prices will flow the way they're flowing. Leafeon's a gorgeous card, though. I keep saying it on a lot of my videos. If you've been watching, the greenery in these cards is just gorgeous. I find myself really enjoying grass type Pokemon cards. They're just something about the green and the foliage in these cards is just really awesome looking to me. Vaporeon, another gorgeous card. Another card that's up on the 3-month. Another SIR evolution that's up on the 3-month chart, up 23%. Middle of February, 296. Yeah, beginning of April, 385. 12 items sold on those 2 days right there. So trending down a little bit though. So you'll see we're starting off low. A lot of these cards, the money's going down to some of these cheaper evolutions. Then the price goes up, and then it's correcting back down a little bit here. So that's most of these cards. That's most of these evolutions for sure. Espeon, another gorgeous card, up there with one of my favorite SIRs from the entire set. It is down 10% on the 3-month chart. Came out 404, went up to 430, back down to 412, back up to almost 430, and now we're correcting pretty hard here, down to 362, May 8th through the 10th, $362, 4 items sold. Market price on here is 360. Awesome card, really awesome card. Just so many expensive cards in this set. The set value for Prismatic Evolutions is, there's no set in Scarlet and Violet that compares to it. It is just, the total set value is insanely expensive compared to all the other sets in Scarlet and Violet. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just stayed the top contender for the rest of the Scarlet and Violet era, which is ending soon. So Glaceon, gorgeous card. Love the blues here. It's up 8% on the 3-month chart. So it came out 315, shot up pretty quickly to 339, 340, and kind of just stayed right there. It's been staying there for the past month. So gorgeous card. All these evolution cards look great. Jolteon, 3-month chart, it's up 22%. It is I think it was the cheapest evolution on release and stayed that way for a while. $269 on release, and then just steadily climbing into April, $331, and it's just staying right in like the 330s right there. Market price $331. Really cool card. I really enjoy the artwork on this card. Unfortunately, because my favorite evolution is Jolteon, but even though this card is a really good looking card, I really enjoy this card. Compared to the other evolutions, it's just not as, the artwork's just not as nice for me. It just doesn't do it for me as much as the other evolutions, unfortunately, which stinks because the Jolteon is my favorite evolution, but the card itself just doesn't compete to the Vaporeon, the Leafeon, obviously the Umbreon, gorgeous card, even the Espeon. So that's a little bit of a bummer for me because the Jolteon's the old school Jolteon cards I loved. I really did love. The Flareon, it's down 14%. Market price $297. It started off $345. Obviously it started off very expensive. Started off $345, went up to $406, about a high here at the middle end of March, and it's just been dropping since March, down to $298. So significant drop on the Flareon. Flareon's an awesome Pokemon. Um, the card's cool. I'd have to say if I had to pick my least favorite, it would be the Flareon, probably. But if I pulled this card out of a booster pack, would I be excited? Absolutely. It's still a very cool card. There's just, all the evolutions are just so awesome. If I had to pick one, Flareon probably my least favorite. Sylveon, up 9% on the 3-month chart. So came out hot, 503. Went down to 457, and it's been climbing ever since until about the beginning of this month. And it's going down a little bit. If I wouldn't be surprised if this dropped a little bit more than the market price of 526. I could easily see this getting down into the high 400s, 480, 490, and being there for a while. But really cool card. Enjoy this card. I would put the Sylveon down with the Flareon, probably my least two favorites out of the evolutions, but it's still obviously a very nice looking card. The Eevee here, down about 20% on the 3-month chart. Market price 189. It is the cheapest out of the evolutions. Came out 241, went down to 221, back up to 241 practically, and it's been steadily dropping since then. You can pick them up for May 8th to 10th, 194, 4 items sold. So really, really great looking card. Again, the evolutions, Eevee, they're always going to be popular cards no matter what set you put them in. Look at Evolving Skies, right? How awesome is that set? How much does everybody love that set? How expensive is that set? How collectible is that set? And it's essentially outside of the Rayquaza, it's essentially a evolution set. So a couple of SIRs that are not evolutions that are really, really nice cards out of Prismatic. That's one thing that makes Prismatic such a good set, is that even if you don't pull a evolution and you pull a Roaring Moon or another SIR from the set's just so strong. Not even including the evolutions. This Roaring Moon card for me, is a really, really awesome card. It's up 25, 26% on a 3-month chart. The market price is $221. Right? Crazy. 178, it came out, went immediately up to 297, 300, 308, and it's correcting here. I really want this card, but 220, it's just hard for me to pay that for a raw card right now. But really, really cool card. I love the artwork on this card. Roaring Moon's it's not my favorite Pokemon, but it's definitely cool. Definitely cool, and a great looking card. The Raging Bolt, really like this card. This might be my favorite SIR from the set, not including the evolutions. But market price 141. It's up 16% on the 3-month chart. Came out $122, right up to 166, and slowly been coming down. The high there, 166, and we got 5 items sold May 9th through the 11th for 142. So obviously it's still a very expensive card, but a gorgeous artwork. Raging Bolts, I really like Raging Bolts of Pokemon, and that the color scheme, just the way the artist got that card. I really enjoy that card. Okay, I threw a Master Ball in here. I wanted to put some more Master Balls in because a lot of the Master Balls in the set are expensive cards, like $50 and up or like $30 and up. But the obvious Master Ball that everybody's looking for is the Umbreon. Market price $108. It is down 64% on the 3-month chart. So came out, somebody bought one for $301 in the beginning, middle of March or February. And it's been just going down since then. Like I said, down to, let's see, the last sold here, $107. 2 items sold. So I could see this card getting down under $100 for sure. $80, $75, $70 around there. So if you're looking to pick up this card, in my opinion, I'd probably wait. But it is a really nice card. I like how Prismatic changed it up, right? So there's no illustration rares in this set. It's just special illustration rares, Master Balls, Pokeballs, and it's just different. It's different from most of the other Scarlet and Violet sets. So that's another thing that just makes it stand out, right? It is a special set, so they can have some leeway with how they conjure up the set. So just another reason that makes Prismatic different, desirable, all those things, guys. So I did bring up the Sandy Shocks EX, special illustration rare, just to have one card on here that's not $1 zillion. Market price $59, still not cheap, but it is a special illustration rare, and it's Sandy Shocks. It's like, again, it's it's not an Umbreon, it's not an Evolution, but it is a really cool looking art. To me, I really do enjoy this art. The card came out $42. I mean, $42. That's you picking that up. If you're picking that up mid-February for $42, you're probably feeling pretty good right now, to be honest, because it went right up to $80, and it's been trending down and then kind of leveling out right here in May. So really cool looking card, something that's reasonably affordable in this set, which is hard to come by for a lot of these cards, because Prismatic is really hard to get your hands on. Well, it's hard to get your hands on at a decent price, right? Because this set is hard to find. I haven't even opened Prismatic yet. I mean, I have the ability to open it, but the way this set's trending, how expensive it is, it just makes you not even want to, which is a shame too, because I really do like the cards in the set. I just don't have enough product in my collection to feel comfortable just opening a couple booster bundles. Because what do I have? I got a couple 2-pack blisters, and I think I have 4 booster bundles. So yeah, I could open a booster bundle, or I can open a 2-pack blister, but just the way, how hard it is to find this, it felt like it took me forever just to acquire that product. So it's one of those things where it's like, and I feel like a lot of people are in that same boat. Like, they haven't opened it. It's hard to get. If they do have any, it's not a lot. And when you combine those two things, it makes you not want to open it. Also why these cards are expensive, why the sealed product's expensive. These cards are, a lot of these cards are coming down in price, but again, they're insanely expensive because nobody's getting the product, nobody's opening the product. And when they do open it, they're not opening a lot, right? They're not getting 2 ETBs and opening both of them. They might get 2 ETBs and then get a booster bundle or a 2-pack blister, and they'll open that and then hold on to the ETB. Just because everybody knows how popular this set is. They know how successful this set will be in the future. It is like set in stone. This is going to be one of the most popular Pokemon. Forget about Scarlet and Violet. This is going to be one of those most popular Pokemon sets ever, in my opinion. But and rightfully so. It's a gorgeous set. And it hit right. It hit the market right when this hype was happening. It was like the perfect storm for Prismatic. But again, like I was saying, I think once the sour taste is out of everybody's mouth with how this set came to the market, it seemed like a lot of people just were kind of upset for good reason, mad about not being able to acquire the product, and that kind of tainted their view on the set overall. I think once this set is out for a little bit longer, it gets reprinted, more people can get their hands on it, more people can open cards. Maybe the prices of some of these sealed products and these singles go down even more on the single side. I think once that sour taste wears off, I think that'll bring more people to realize how awesome this set really is. And I think, again, that's just going to cement it as one of the best Pokemon sets, just period. Again, let alone Scarlet and Violet. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. I appreciate you stopping by. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. And if you want to see more, subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks.